Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Candlepin Corner, the 2022 coverage of the Scratch Outrun the Bear finals. We are down to our final 5 bowlers, so we have this set up for 4. We're not going to update the scores in the software this time just because we don't have the space for it. We're going to wait for the next round to actually track scores, but Chris Waterman is here with me.
Hello, everyone.
We will keep the scores going as they go through. Danny's making some announcement. 5 bowlers. 4 bowlers will be eliminated this round. There are plenty of buybacks left.
4 will be eliminated. 2 will be able to still buy back, if not 3. The top bowler advances, plus any additional buybacks needed.
I'm not sure if you guys caught that, but we have a couple buybacks left. Final 5. Winner of this round automatically advances, and then whoever's got buybacks will use them, I'm sure, to get to the final round. We're in for some great bowling here. Bobby Whitcomb just threw a 167, including a triple in there. The cut for last round, Chris, was a 140.
Some incredible, amazing bowling in that last string, especially from Bobby Whitcomb, to come soaring back with a 70-plus half to throw his 167.
And there was a little back and forth between him and Craig Holbrook. Craig Holbrook has the high single so far at a 170.
170.
And there was just a little bit more pins that needed. Bobby hit a spare at the end and got a 5 fill on it. He was watching Holbrook the entire time to see if he can get that high single.
Yes, he was. And we have Brian Fuller Jr. up on lane 20 and Bobby Whitcomb up on lane 19.
Definitely no shortage of talent right here on these lanes.
No, absolutely not.
And let us know in the comments. We got some new sound set up here. We got a little dual stream action so we can hear everything. We're working through some things, trying to improve the stream for all you guys. Fuller with a 9 to start.
Sorry. Brian Fuller with a 9 blocks for his first, and Bobby Whitcomb with a 9.
Once these bowlers start finding that head pin, they stop. They don't really miss too much after that.
It's evidenced by the cut line from the last string of 140, which is apparently a new house record.
I'm going to pull up the stats here for what we have so far, so we can take a look at the cut as things come live. Is Kate and Danny Finn update live in Candlepin chat.
Bobby Whitcomb with another run at the spread eagle just leaves the 2 and 4. Brian Fuller with a 10 blocks. Bobby Whitcomb just off the 2 pin for a 9 blocks. After 2 frames, it's Brian Fuller has a 19 and Bobby Whitcomb has an 18.
First ball, third box for Fuller off right again. A little bit of a break. He's going to take the head pin. Kind of wanted that head pin to stay up and have a better shot at it.
Bobby Whitcomb into the pocket, leaves the king pin, the 5 pin. With a plank against it. Brian Fuller takes a run at the 4-7-10, leaves the 10. Bobby covers his pin for a spare. Brian with a 9 box for a 28, and Bobby has a 28 plus a ball.
This is where Bob will typically get going. He gets that first spare. He's going to get a big fill on it, I assume, and he just goes on a roll after that.
Brian Fuller with the hammer. And tries to answer, leaves the 5-8-9. Piece of wood on near the 5 and the 8 might be playable. You might prefer to go straight at it.
Looks like a great piece there. He does go at it. Oh, he's just a little too far right on it.
Leaves the 5 and 9. Bobby drops the 5 off the 9 for 9 blocks. After 4 boxes, Brian Fuller has a 38 plus 2 balls. Bobby Whitcomb has a 44.
All right, we got the update from the Outrun the Bear Facebook page. 140 is the highest cutoff in Outrun the Bear history, which Chris said earlier. Um, the 5 bowlers remaining are Bobby Whitcomb with a buyback, Nick Leach, no buyback, Brian Fuller with a buyback, Keith Beaupre, a buyback available, and Josh Daly, no buyback.
Brian Fuller tries to convert the 4-5-7, leaves the 5 pin. Bobby Whitcomb has the Collier left. And cleans it up for a spare. Nice shot.
What a shot there by Bob. Huge spare to sit on. Try and get the mic a little closer to Chris, so you can get some more volume from him.
Let's try this. Is this better?
That sounds much better.
Okay, let's stick with this then.
Just want to go through real quick. Each bowler that is left today has a 130 tournament average on the day, or better. 131 is the lowest average between them for the day.
Keith Beaupre up on lane 20, leaves the spread eagle. Josh Daly on 19, goes through the head pin, leaves the 3, 4, 6, and 10.
He's probably hoping that wood was a little more friendly and went in front of those pins to the right, but he still does have a good shot at it with only one left on the left side.
Beaupre through the nose, leaves the spread eagle. Josh Daly tries to kick the 3 over into the 4, leaves the 3, 4. He takes the right side of the spread eagle for a 7. Josh Daly between the 3, 4 for an 8 box.
So I'm just going to run through. So we got the 131 average for Brian Fuller, a 133.75 for Leach, 133.1 for Daly.
Keith Beaupre with half Worcester left.
And Beaupre's got a 133.8, and Bobby Wickham with a 135 average on the day.
Josh Daly off to the right, takes the half Worcester right plus the 6 pin. Keith Beaupre on the head pin, leaves the 4 and 7. Josh Daly in the pocket, leaves the king pin.
Both bowlers with great bids at their shot there. Just didn't want to complete the spare shot.
Keith Beaupre cleans this up for a 10 for 17 after 2. Josh Daly cleans this up for 10, 18 after 2.
Beaupre again off the head pin right, leaves the 4 horsemen left.
Josh Daly on the head pin, leaves the spread eagle.
You can see the frustration all over Josh's face there. He's on his head pin. He just can't get the breaks he wants.
Keith Beaupre misses the head pin, leaves the 1 and 7. Josh is off to the left, leaves the 3, 6, and 10.
We have the radar gun here, courtesy of Bob Lee. Chris is trying to get some readings.
Keith Beaupre with a 43-mile-an-hour shot. The last 3 misses to the right for an 8 box. Josh Daly misses his 3, 6, 10 for 7 box. After 3, it's Josh Daly 25, Keith Beaupre 25. Keith off to the right, leaves the 1, 2, 7, and 9. Josh Daly on the nose, leaves the 2, 3, 6, and 10. Josh's last throw was 45 miles an hour. Keith Beaupre.
Since we're not using it, I'm going to actually close out, so if you don't get dizzy, we're just going to close out of the side views for a second to get a little bit better action for you guys on the screen.
Josh Daly with the 2 and 3. Tries to cut it over, takes the 2, leaves the 3 for a 9 box. Keith Beaupre has a 35 plus a ball. Josh Daly has 34 after 4. Keith Beaupre on the head pin, leaves the spread eagle with a clipped wing. He's missing the 3 pin. Josh Daly taking a moment to compose himself. Josh Daly in the pocket leaves this 9-10. Piece of wood off to the left.
And that would just turn because of the second piece that came in. It was sitting okay for him, but when it rotated flat, it's going to be a tough shot.
The bow bridge just chopped the 2 off the left side of the spread eagle. Josh Daly takes the 8 and 10 off of the 8, 9, 10, leaving the 9. He takes the right side of the spread eagle for an 8 and a 48 half. Josh Daly finishes with a 10 and a 44 for the half.
Now the fifth bowler, Mr. Nick Leach, gets to bowl without any pace next to him. So that can always affect a bowler positively or negatively. You want to either keep rolling or you're just thrown off because you're trying to rush.
Nick's first ball is through the nose for the spread eagle. That ball was 38 miles an hour. Nick off to the left takes the spread eagle left. One thing that Bob Lee had pointed out to me as we were talking earlier during the wide shot of the wide stream is that the bowlers that have progressed to this point have consistently thrown at 38 miles an hour or higher.
It's an interesting stat to see how some of the bowlers differentiate, because you have somebody like Keith who throws the 45 mile an hour, somebody like Brian Fuller who does throw a slower ball but is deadly accurate with it. So it's a hit and miss on what gets it done.
Right. Nick off the head pin, gets it back to a help. He leaves the 7 and 8 with some wood.
What a mix he got there. That should have been way off, but he gets just the 2 with a beautiful piece of wood. Not good enough. It was just off on that right pin there. He had to hit it dead center for it to go.
Cleans it up for a 10 pin, and his total is 19 after 2. Off the head pin leaves the 1, 2, 9, and 10. He's got a piece of wood parallel with the 2 pin.
Shouldn't play a factor in this one, except maybe if the ball bounced off that cap. Still hits to hit the head pin to get this to go. A little too full there. And you do see with this tournament, I've done the handicap of the teams. It's a war of attrition towards the end.
Finishes with a 9 box for a 28 after 3.
So far, nobody running away with this string here. 54 plus a ball for Bobby Witt there. Good ball from Nick, just again, no action on the left side.
It's the diamond left plus the 7 pin.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Just off right, just chops 1 out of there. He's a big out here. It's 8 gives him a 36 through 4. He needs to sit on a big mark here.
Pocket, he leaves the 2, 4, 6, and 10.
What a bit at that. Takes out the 3 on the right side. Single pin left, needs to clean up for a 10. As we enter into the back half of this game, I just want to give a shout out to the 18 of you guys watching here. Please give us a like, turn on notifications. If you have an Amazon Prime, you want to give us a subscription here. All proceeds go back into the stream quality, into the game of bowling, to tournaments, whatever we can do here. And a shout out to the sponsors of Outrun the Bear. We'll get to them.
Brian Fuller off this to the left of the head pin. Leaves the 4 horsemen plus the 9 pin. Bobby Whitcomb up on lane 19. Pocket with a hammer.
Man, he has been on fire the last 10 boxes really. 'Cause he had a rough first half last game and just found it. Last 10 boxes, he is on fire.
Brian Fuller takes up the 1, 3, and 9, leaving the 6 and 10 with a piece of wood. Cleans that up for a 10 box, which puts him at 67 after 6. Bobby's got 74 after 6 plus 2 balls.
So quick shout out while Fuller waits to throw. Mel's Commonwealth Cafe, BB Seamless Gutters, Tax Strategy Pro. With the ball here.
Brian Fuller in the pocket, leaves the 5 and 9.
And Winthrop Wealth is the other sponsor here.
Bobby Whitcomb just off the pocket. It's a 4 horseman right with the 7 pin. Brian Fuller cleans his up for a spare. 77 plus a ball after 7.
Made the adjustment Bob did on that, but just a little too over adjustment there, and he took out the 3 pin on that side.
Off to the right for an 8 box. Bobby's got a 90 after 7.
He is definitely setting the pace right now for this crop of bowlers here, this handful here, and he's going to be the one to chase down.
Brian Fuller right in the pocket, leaves the 310 baby split. Bobby in the pocket.
Weebles wobble, but they won't fall down, to quote Paul Grant.
Brian cleans the baby spare up for another spare. He is 95 plus a ball after 8.
What a shot!
Bobby Whitcomb. Bobby's at 100 plus a ball after 8.
When you are on, that's for sure.
Brian Fuller in the pocket. Unlucky hit, leaves a 710 with a couple pieces of wood.
That's a very friendly piece of wood on the left side, touching the 7 pin.
Bobby Whitcomb in the head pin.
Got away with it, Bobby. Got away with it. Come on, go get it.
Leaves a 2-6. He's got some wood. Not sure if it'll help him.
I'd almost play that left piece, try and... What a bid from Brian Fuller. I'd almost hit that piece that's resting almost on the wall and get it to bounce off. You want to kind of cap that side and see if you can get that piece of that pin to fly over.
Nice bid by Bobby. Leaves a 6 pin.
Fuller drops it into the gutter for a 9 box.
Cleans his up for a 10. 118 after 9.
Right when we said Bobby was setting the pace, Fuller stormed back, and he's only down 6. 1 mark away from catching Bobby here. Bobby needs a big finish to kind of put himself above all the rest to go into this final round.
He did it last game. Let's see if he can do it again. Fuller off the head pin. It's a 1, 3, 6, 8, and 10.
Another great head pin hit there, but what a rough leave.
On the head pin, chops it though. To get some help on the back door. Takes everything with the 10.
That wood almost walked over and took out the 10 pin.
Fuller misses hits to the right, finishes with a 121.
I am Akeem. The difference between the gun that Bob has and Elaine's gun, the one Bob has is out of the hand, so it's typically a couple miles an hour faster than what the lanes read. Those read just before the pin contact, so obviously you lose a little bit of momentum in that time frame.
Bobby Whitcomb with a 128 to finish.
Strike, Bobby.
128 for Whitcomb, 121 for Fuller there. It's going to be another high cut, that's for sure, since only one bowler is going to make it. The cut right now is 128. And when we say one bowler is going to make it, that's loosely because we do have 3 buybacks available in the troop of guys here.
Over up on 20. In the pocket, drops everything with the 5 pin. Josh Daly up. Gets a little backdoor help. He has a 5, 6, and 7. Keith Loper picks a single for a spare. Josh Daly with a nice shot converting to 5, 6, 7.
It's the per Terry Terrific, who was in here earlier. That is the 3rd best lefty bowler in Candlepin. Most people would put him at first, but Terry is a different list.
Keith Boper off the head pin leaves the 1, 3, 7, and 10. Josh goes through the nose, leaves the spread eagle. Keith's last ball, by the way, 44 miles an hour off the gun. Keith chops the head pin off.
Both these bowlers, that's what you're seeing when you get a flamethrower like these two are. If you're off by even a skosh, you're going to punch through.
Keith cleans his up with some help for a 10. And Josh has an 8 box. Keith up on lane 20.
Just a touch light on that head pin there. Diamond right for him.
Josh in the pocket, almost steals the strike, leaves a 3 pin. Keith misses diamond right.
Big spare there.
He takes a 5-9, takes an 8. He's got an 82 after 8 boxes. Josh has got 76 plus a ball after 8. Every pin counts at this point. Keith chops half Worcester right.
Daly needs a huge fill here to try and be able to catch Bobby Whitcomb. Can't get much bigger fill than that.
Josh Daly in the pocket with the strike.
And Josh is literally fighting for his life. If he doesn't get that cut of 128, he's already used his buyback.
Keith with a 3 box.
Yeah, just Daly.
Keith through the hood nose, leaves the spread eagle.
Want to see a double out of Daly here to keep himself alive. That was the ball and just the king left standing. He needs to hit this to keep himself alive. He's at 96. Even still.
Boper cleans up, spread eagle right.
Big spare there. Beaupre will need to use his buyback here. Daly is officially out. The highest he can get here is a 126, so Daly will be eliminated with that.
Boper will have to use his buyback with a 92.
There is another 9-drop, leaves the head pin standing for a 125, missing the cut by 3 pins. What an effort there in the second half by Josh Daly to come within 3 pins of staying alive.
Rallying charge by Josh Daly.
So Nick Leach needs an 83 half to stay alive. He also has already used his buyback, so that's if he doesn't get it done, he is eliminated.
Nick gets a help from Friendly Wood, leaves just a 10.
So both Fuller and Keith Beaupre, I assume, will use their buybacks in this round.
Leach cleans up the 10 pin first base.
Rough fill there for Nick in a time when he needed it bad.
That fill ball was at 42 miles an hour, which again is the whole speed versus accuracy argument. Cleans everything up with the 7-8. Goes through the uprights for an 8 box. He has a 67 after 7, excuse me.
Yeah, he's going to need a lot of things to happen. He's going to have to throw a lot of strikes here to have a shot. But it looks like Nick is hanging on for dear life here.
Through the head nose for the spread eagle. Punches one of the wings on the spread eagle. Takes a 6 pin.
I think the body language says it all. He knows that his day is done. Unless he strikes out even still with that 6 box, that may strike out. He needs 5 strikes here. That
He needs to run it off the sheet. He
Yep.
needs all strikes.
Oh, made a bid at 1, but they didn't want to go, so that will do it. Nick Leach should be done for the day here. Bobby Whitcomb moves on. Fuller and Beaupre will have their buybacks to use. I assume they'll use them. At this point, there's no harm in it. All these bullets have already cashed, so.
Nick Leach with an 82 after 9.
So the stream quality seems good here, so we're going to actually leave it without the scoreboard for right now. What I'll do is there's some space up at the top. I'll put the bowlers' scores as they go through. And we'll just keep a total up there instead of using the side scoreboards to keep the camera quality up. That's a throwaway ball for Nick. Gets a 7 to finish for an 89. They're going to have to put the foul in there because he did miss. So it's an 89 game for Nick to end it. Great showing for Nick today. Hell of a day, but just, ends, he gets to you. It's a war of attrition at the end for sure.
Great run by both him and Josh Daly to end this stream.
See on the screen the Outrun the Bear creator, Danny Finn. I'm sure you've never seen him post on Facebook before in your life. So basically, what's going to happen is the final. This could potentially be the final string. Could be 2 strings. Bobby Whitcomb has a buyback still. If he wins this string, game is over. Bobby Whitcomb wins the whole thing. If Fuller or Keith win this, Bobby will buy back and we'll go head to head. So I'll keep their scores up along the top so we can kind of keep you guys all informed. I know the scoreboards are tough to see. But once again, let's thank Winthrop Wealth, Tax Strategy Pro, Mel's Commonwealth Cafe, and BB Seamless Gutters for sponsoring today's event down here at Ryan's Family Amusement in Millis. The Finn family presents the Outrun the Bear Scratch Tournament 2022. Stay tuned for beginning of summer. They usually have their handicap. They usually have a team event in the middle, and then the scratch ends the tournament season for them. League season has started, so they kind of take a step back and let the tournaments be quiet until the end of the fall season. And Jeff and Maria's Ice Cream, that did not sponsor the event, but that is where Jordan is working right now. Can never hate Jeff and Maria's Ice Cream. Know the owner pretty well. So, Chris, you've been here since the first ball, more or less, at the beginning, and we've seen some incredible performances today.
Yes, we have.
We got 170 from Holbrook, 155 from Det Klein. They're throwing it back to the 1980s here with their performances.
And it came in the same string as well.
Yeah, yep, same thing. They had the leaderboard there, 1 and 2. I think it was after string 5 or 6.
It was after string 5.
5. Yeah, what a performance. But yet both of them are sitting out right now because that's how this tournament is. 120 cut we saw a couple times, 123 cut we saw, 140 cut we saw. It's been some amazing bowling today.
There has been some. Yes, this is the best of the best in area right now.
Can't see anything. We got Corey Packard here. Corey, come here for a second. You've won this tournament a couple times. Four. What are these bowlers thinking right now going into the final game when you know Bobby Witt has the buyback in his pocket? What are you feeling right now?
Without the buyback?
If you're the bowler without the buyback, how much pressure are you feeling right now?
Just bowl your best. That's all it is. These guys are all professionals. So there's pressure, but they've been there many times before. So it's just bowl your game and keep on your spot.
And what do you think about some of these cuts we've had today? We've had 120 a couple times, 123, a 140 cut as you got towards the end of it.
Yeah, these are some of the higher cuts that there's ever been for this tournament. There's a lot more, well, we'll say professional bowlers participating in this event this year, and it really shows. I think 2 rounds ago, it was like the top 12 or whatever, all professional bowlers.
Yeah.
It really helps, and it shows how big this tournament's grown, and how I think the money entices the better bowlers to come in and compete.
Yeah, so they run a great show here. The prizes are unbelievable, and the sponsors help too. It's
that really helps a lot. Yeah, Danny, Kate, actually the whole staff, they run a great tournament here. This is probably the most favorite tournament of all of them around now.
And you
Very popular.
You see it with the handicap and with the teams how quickly this tournament fills up. And this one is one of their lower ones, but again, the fall season's just starting, so some people aren't as apt to bowl in as many tournaments at this point in the year. But there's always a demand for this tournament spots in it.
Oh yeah, and I think the sponsors help promote that tournament, and even some of the sponsors bowl actually in the tournament, which is helpful, and they participate and especially the handicap where anybody can win.
Yeah, Marissa Ewing, who I think was you versus Marissa in the finals, and that handicap, that's what did it. She got a head start against you on that handicap, but she was over her average the entire day and ran through everybody.
It's tough to give pins to a 70-something average bowler, and she hits a 104.
Yep,
but
absolutely.
She bowled great. She bowled great all day.
Yeah.
And I just heard she won the amateur.
She did. She won the amateur bowler tour. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
she's a nice kid.
Yeah, quite the year for her too. So she's got a bright future here. She keeps it going, and I think Danny's trying to get her in some more leagues as she goes away to college. But she's got a good future in Candlepin. We need more women bowlers to be in these type of tournaments. That's for sure.
I'm very happy for her. That's great.
That's good. Well, thank you for letting me drag you over here for an interview. Go enjoy some bowling and see who comes out on top. That was Corey Packard, 4-time winner of Outrun the Bear.
After 3, Beaupre has a 37, and Brian Fuller has a 29.
All right, Brian, here we go, kid.
And just a funny little factoid I wanted to throw in there. Marissa, she won the doubles, the blind draw doubles at Hingham, and she also won the championship at Webster Timberlanes, and that's my first 2 streams, both her with a strike.
Yeah, she's been on a tear, and it's huge for somebody who is newer to bowling.
Fuller answers the bell and throws his own strike.
This is the stuff you get here. With these bowlers up there, you never know when they're just going to all of a sudden go on a run. So Fuller's sitting at 39 plus 2. Keith is sitting at 47 plus 2. If they're sitting on a mark, I'll add the little mark symbols here, but the way they're throwing them, if I try to keep up, I'll break my finger. Pins are already scared of Keith, and with how fast he's throwing, I don't blame him.
Keith has been consistently averaging 44 on the gun out of his hand. That's 44 miles an hour.
Got the opportunity to bowl last night against Keith's team at Riverwalk, and it's unreal to bowl next to somebody with that level of skill and that speed.
Keith leaves the 1, 7, and 9. He's got another ball on his strike. Fuller in the pocket leaves the 5, 6, and 10.
Looks like a friendly piece of wood for Brian. If he goes a little bit to the left of that red line, it should spin over and take out everything.
Keith chops the head pin off the 7 and 9. Brian plays the 6 and 10, leaves the 5.
Got to go for the short thing sometimes to get those two, especially on a fill ball.
Keith Beaupre at the half has a 64. Fuller at the half has a 58.
Keith just called himself on a foul. I thought it looked good, but he's calling himself. It is the bowler's call there, so shout out to Keith for being honest about that claim. And he's actually at a 63 now. He took a pin away from himself.
So quickly, what's the difference between bowling in a house like Riverwalk, say, as opposed to here in Millis?
A lot of it's pin action. Riverwalk is an old house, tougher house. You don't get as much of the bounces. Bobby Witt's first ball, just off the head pin. But what a break! Is it gonna go? The crowd is trying to will it, but that head pin does not want to go. Almost went for a Julian there. But yeah, a place like Riverwalk CPL that are older houses that are pretty much original, with some repairs, you're not getting the sidewall action with the pins as much, and the pins aren't flying around. They're not as slippery of a deck.
Bobby off the head pin, chops the wood off of it. Cleans it up for a 10 box. Whitcomb with the next ball off the head pin, leaves the 1, 3, 7 and 10.
Friendly piece of wood that if he just clips that wood on the right side of the head pin, the head pin should go take the 7, and the wood will take out everything else. That was it.
Nice shot by Bobby Whitcomb.
So he's sitting at 20 through 2 plus a ball. Obviously, Bob is playing with house money right now, that if he doesn't make it through here, obviously he's got a buyback to pay for, but he's already cashed in, so it's just all gravy at this point.
He has the triangle right, the 6, 9, and 10. He's got 3 pieces of wood surrounded. One of them is the cap is facing him in front of the 6 pin. That might be dangerous.
Yeah, you want to try and avoid that as best you can. You can play either piece of wood, just not that cap. If you play that high piece to the left, that red line should push and snowplow through all 3, but you really want to go for that front piece while avoiding the cap.
So what is so he plays the cap and leaves the 9 pin.
Exactly what it was. That cap is so unpredictable on how it was going to push that wood back that you didn't want to try and mess with that.
And he misses to the right for a 9 box. He's at 36 after 3.
So in completed boxes, Keith is up 1, 37, Bobby with 36, and Fuller with a 29. Fuller and Keith both have strikes in the fourth here that Bobby has to compete with. Oh, wow. He tried to keep up with the strikes in the fourth, but that last pin did not want to fall.
Cleans it up for a spare.
46 plus a ball here in going into the fifth. He's through 4. Beer frame, yes, sir. If you're new here, please drop us a follow. We will be live with Candlepin content all the time. Tournaments, chatting, just about everything we can think of. For the fill.
For the fill ball, he takes 8, leaves a 7 and 10. He's got a piece of wood, cap end against the 7. Tries to play the far end of the wood, and it just helicopters around the 7.
So if he takes one of these, him and Keith will be even for the lead after 5, with 5 pins over Fuller. Did not get it, that's a foul, so he will be down 1. So after 5, we were at Keith 63, Bobby Whitcomb 62, Brian Fuller 58. It is literally anybody's game this time through.
It's going to be a matter of if somebody can get hot in these last 5 boxes.
And these two bowlers up right now, Beaupre and Fuller, know that their lives hang in the balance here for this tournament day.
Fuller off the head pin takes 4. Beaupre off the head pin leaves the 1, 2, 1, 3, and 10. Fuller through the bunny hole on the left side.
Tough ball there for Fuller when he's already behind the 8 ball with these two bowlers up there.
Keith goes off to the left. Fuller takes 2 for a 6 box. Keith cleans us up for a 10. After 6, it's Beaupre 73, Fuller 64.
Brian's going to have to go on a run of a few marks here because you know Bobby's got some in the bag. We got Marissa Ewing here, who we were just talking about her accolades. She's a little shy to be on camera, but what a year she's having. Danny's trying to coax her onto the screen, onto the mic here, but
Fuller has the 4 horsemen right. Beaupre has the 1, 9, and 10 with a piece of wood frozen against the back of his headband. Beaupre gets a spare with some friendly help on the wood. Fuller cleans his up for a 10. Fuller's at 74 after 7. Beaupre's at 83 plus a ball after 7.
Fuller in a really tough spot now that he's going to have to rattle off 3 marks here in these last 3 boxes.
Fuller on the head pin doesn't get a favorable break, leaves the 2, 4, and 6. Beaupre mirrors his, leaves the 3, 4, and 6.
Keith at a 90, yes, that's correct.
makes a run at it, leaves the 6 pin. Oprah tries to cut the 3 into the 4, misses to the right, leaves the 3 and 4. Fuller cleans this up for a 10.
So even looking at the head-to-head between him and Keith, he's going to be down 16, make that 14.
After 8, it's Beaupre 98, Fuller 84.
And if Fuller loses to Keith, that's it. Fuller is eliminated. Doesn't matter what Bobby does to finish. Only one of these two bowlers survives this round.
Fuller on the head pin leaves the 4 and 6. He's got wood frozen against the backside of both pins. Beaupre in the pocket. Takes 9.
Keith's not going to let Bobby take this one easily. He wants to force a decisive final game here.
Fuller tries to play the 6 in the wood off the sidewall. Doesn't go. Beaupre cleans his singleton up for a spin.
You can tell as soon as he threw that ball, Keith knew that one was dead to rights. He's starting to feel it right now, and that does not bode well for Bobby if they go to a final game when Keith starts feeling it.
After 9, it's Beaupre 108 plus a ball. Ryan Fuller 94. Ryan Fuller in the pocket leaves the 2, 4, and 7. Beaupre in the pocket. Ooh, leaves the 14, but he's going to avoid that point out. Ryan Fuller cleans this up for a spare. He's a 104 plus a final ball.
Keith with a great bid there. He just only took out one, looking for a big 10 box to put him at a 126. Oh, 125 for Keith there. Missed that pin, so he is finalizing that with a 125.
Brian takes.
Not sure what that'll give him for a fill because they were still kind of falling. Won't make a difference. Looks like they have him at a 110. I think it might have been a 111. But we'll go with the official scorekeeping. I believe Bobby has hold mode on, so that's this ball. There we go. They just got it in time.
Whitcomb in the pocket. He leaves the 2, 5, and 8.
So here's the scenario right now. With 5 boxes to go, Bobby Whitcomb needs a 64 half to become the Outrun the Bear Scratch champion for 2022. If not, we go to a head-to-head match between him and Keith.
Nice shot by Whitcomb to clean up the 2, 5, and 8 for a spare.
If you need a 64 half, that's the way to get it started, that's for sure.
Absolutely, a big fill right here would be a great help.
Huge fill there again. Keith will finish no worse than second place here. He's hoping Bobby has a little bit of leeway to get him into a final head-to-head to have a shot at first.
Bobby chops the 4 off the 2. Opens the door crack. However, Bobby did have a triple in the second to last game. Cleans it up for a 10. He's got a 90 after 7.
So in completed boxes, they are actually in a dead heat. The only difference is Keith's spare in the 9th. They are both at 90 through 7.
Oh!
Gave a bit of the backdoor Julian strike.
Cleans everything up but the head pin. He's got a piece of wood to the left of the head pin that could possibly act as a guide. And it misses to the left.
He is keeping Keith in this by not hitting some of these spares that we've seen all day he capitalizes on.
Cleans it up for 10 bucks. He's at 100 even after 8.
You can hear this crowd willing it along. They know that they have a tight finish here, and all these bowlers that have been bowling all day are still sticking around to watch these finals.
Bobby just off the pocket leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 10. He does have a couple pieces of wood, but it doesn't look like either of them will out.
These are the shots he's been hitting all day to keep himself towards the front of the pack. Now would be a great time to have another tough one go.
And he misses off to the right, leaving 1 and 10. Bobby on the head pin.
Oh, walked it over, but 10 pin does not want to go. So here's the scenario with 1 box to go. Spare 7, and Bobby Whitcomb is your 2022 Scratch champion. Anything less than that, we go to a final head-to-head. I believe the tie would be a 1-box roll-off to see who goes on. First ball here.
On the pocket, but it leaves the 3, 6, and 10. He's got a piece of wood that's just off the 3 pin.
And you can see Keith. Well, you can't see Keith on the camera. I'm watching right here. He is on the edge of his seat with the anticipation of what's going to happen. For the spare.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot to kick the wood off the sidewall.
Jordan, if they tie, they go to a 1-box roll-off. So 6 fill, they go to a 1-box roll-off. 7 or better, Bobby Whitcomb is your 2022 Scratch champion, and these pins are already terrified of him. There is ice water in Bobby Whitcomb's veins right now for hitting that spare. Those 3 pins had to look tiny. It all comes down to the fill. The pins are set. Have a tie. 1 box. This is Keith's second 1-box roll-off. His first one he did spare strike.
Danny Finch has confirmed this is a 1-box roll-off.
1-box roll-off. If Bobby takes the 1-box roll-off, he is the champion. If Keith takes it, they go to 1 more string.
Just have to do a little scorekeeping, housekeeping here.
Back on the call here for the 1-box roll-off. Again, Keith had one of these earlier today. He threw spare strike against Nick Leach, costing Nick Leach a buyback earlier.
Oh, no shit. Oh, no shit. Okay.
Good show of sportsmanship there with the handshake.
And it was Bills, too. Both dropped 9. Both made them. He dropped 9 again. I dropped 9 and then made mine. Oh, wow.
Not that he remembers or anything.
Bobby going first.
Whitcomb in the pocket. What a time for a strike!
Keith needs a strike. It will come down to the fill if Keith does get a spare, I believe. Keith needs to get this spare.
Gonna fill. Keep going.
Keith needs the spare to keep it alive. If not, and there you go. That should do it. Barring a gutter ball, I think Keith's just gonna walk it away. Bobby Whitcomb, your 2022 Scratch Outrun the Bear champion. It's victory lap on the fill here on the strike.
Come on! Nice job, Bobby.
What a day here at Ryan's Family Amusement in Millis. Way for Bobby Whitcomb throw a strike in the most timely fashion there in the roll-off. Congratulations, hugs all around. Great job by Bob Whitcomb, turning back the clock, taking the 2022 Scratch Outrun the Bear Championship. Chris, what a day of bowling we had.
It was an incredible day, start to finish. Great bowling by everyone, and some amazing cuts. 120 to cut, 140 to cut. Insane bowling.
And then not to mention, we end it with a tie. We end a 125 all tie, and it goes to a one-box roll-off to keep Keith alive. And Bob just channeled every piece of energy he had back in there to throw that strike.
And he answered the bell, and he did what he needed to do.
And he's been doing it all day. He's been consistent all day, 130 plus average all day. Great bowling, and again, when you need a ball, you're either going to fold under that pressure or you got ice water in your veins, and he for sure had ice water in his veins there.
It was an incredible display to watch him do that.
Another great turnout here at Ryan's Family Amusement in Millis, thanks to the sponsors, Mel's Commonwealth Cafe, BB Seamless Gutters, Tax Strategy Pro, and Winthrop Wealth. Let's talk to Danny first here. We're going to try and get Bob over here. Danny, amazing bowling today. The tournament was another great turnout. The scores were unbelievable. The cuts were higher than I think you've ever seen.
I've never seen them that high before.
And what better way to go out for this tournament day than a one-box roll-off between Keith and Bobby right there?
So it's funny, the only other time somebody won the tournament without a buyback was Jimbo Ayotte, and same situation, him and Brendan Marks had to go. It ended up being a 3-box roll-off because they tied twice. So the only other time it happened, we had to go to a roll-off as well. So
absolute insanity. Great job by you and Kate as always. Great job here at Ryan's. Great tournament.
Hold on 1 second. We'll have Bob.
We're gonna pull Bobby Whitcomb in here. Bob, great performance. Great strike there in the tiebreaker. What was going through your mind when you knew you had the tiebreaker box there?
Well, I had the tiebreaker box. He asked me which side I wanted to bowl, and I wanted to stay on the right because I was used to being over there. And my whole thing was just hit the head pin with the first ball. Just get in the middle and just take your chances.
Yeah, it was a great ball, great strike. The fill was right there, and not to mention the spare that you had to hit. Those 3 pins on the right side had to look tiny when you knew you were up against it.
Yeah, they always look small up there. But
yeah.
I was doing good all day, so my confidence built as the day went on. I think I was a little shaky coming in because I hadn't been bowling that great to start the season off. Then once I started scoring a little bit, it just seemed that my confidence went up and my bowling started to come along and it got better as the day went on. And, then of course when you get down to the end, your focus gets really good and you just go from there.
Yeah, there was great performance there. Awesome. Congratulations, Bob Whitcomb, the 2022 Outrun the Bear Scratch champion.
Congratulations, Bob.
Oh, and we got Kate Finn over here. Kate with the stats here. So we got all the final stats in. Bob Whitcomb with a 133.4 average on the day in 10 strings. Keith with a 128.8, and Brian Fuller 128.2. Some amazing bowling. It's insane the level of talent we saw today. Kate, you've been through a lot of these Outrun the Bears. You kind of built what it is today. How do you feel about the bowling we saw today?
It was unbelievable. Between the highest cut, which was 140, and then to have the finals come down to a one-box roll-off was just beautiful.
And you couple that in there with Craig Holbrook throwing it back and throwing a 170, like it's the 1990s again.
He bought back with the 107 and then came back with a 170.
Way to flip!
After 5 games.
Way to flip the numbers there. It's and I said it's a war of attrition towards the end, but obviously Bob and Keith felt nothing because they just continued to run right through everything. Great job as always here. Thank you again for having us. This has been Candlepin Corner's broadcast of the 2022 Scratch Outrun the Bear Finals. Chris, any final thoughts?
Great day all around. Amazing bowling. Some of the best I've seen in a while.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's great to have you here. I appreciate you coming down and streaming with us all day, streaming for most of the day, and then jumping on here with me with the commentary. It's some awesome bowling. We'll always be back anytime they'll have us back. Catch us tomorrow. Me and Jordan will be live tomorrow. We'll discuss a lot of this bowling today. We'll discuss the Friday Pro League. We'll discuss the first week of Sunday Exeter Pro. And catch Chris. He's going to be kind of a correspondent for some of these South matches because this is his area.
Yes, I
So
will.
Chris will be here anytime we can get him here. Overall, great day of bowling. Congratulations again to Bobby Whitcomb. Thanks to Ryan's Family Amusements, the Finn family, all the sponsors. You guys, thanks for joining us. Follow us, subscribe if you can. Catch us tomorrow, and any other coverage we can get, we'll be here. All of you have a great